Welcome to the Wealthy Woman by Design TV show with me, your host, Tierra Womack. I am so excited about this conversation, about my guest today. You know, this show is based on me interviewing women who inspire me, whose stories I find so fascinating, and also a little bit around how they incorporate their human design into their business, into their life for more alignment, more fulfillment, more flow, more ease, more magnetized clients, all of the above, and really embodying human design in your business and in your life. So this show is all about taking back your power when it comes to money and hearing these phenomenal women that I'll have on the show share their stories about stepping into aspects of their most abundant selves through their design and doing something so brave when everyone else is going, in the mold, on that hamster wheel, just really stepping outside of the box. So today, I have the beautiful Chianti Jones with us as a guest. She is a financial coach, such a powerhouse. She actually accumulated 7 figures of net worth debt-free. And she now helps other clients do the same, creating these massive, or not so much massive, but these really powerful, I should say, money plans, AKA budgets that are value-based. And I just love the whole concept of what you've created. So welcome to the show.
Hi, Tierra. Thank you for having me.
Yes, I'm so excited. So much to talk about. I thank you again for coming onto the show and just, being brave in the sense of sharing a little bit about your money story and what that looks like for you. So please talk to us about, like, for you on your journey, climbing that nine to five ladder. Was it something that you just envision for yourself on that path to success? Was it safe? Was it comfortable? Like, what made you start out in that corporate side of things?
Well, I started out there because that's what success was, right? That's what I was told, and that's how it had been defined for me. And that's what society said. That's how you have success. You get the good grades, you go to college, you get the good job. And I was, fortunate to get a job with the federal government right out of college. And I was like, yes, this is it. This is what you do. And, climbing the, ladder there and going through the different programs and promotions and everything like that. And so that's what success was. And then it got to a place where it wasn't anymore, right? Where I was wanting something a little different. You get there and then you kind of still like, oh, is this it? Is there something more than this right here?
So you are feeling like that, like I have the front facing, but I'm still like, I'm not as fulfilled. That's what was going on for you?
Yeah. So even as I, even as I was, doing well in my career, there still was part of me that was like, I used to joke around and say, oh, I'm still deciding what I want to be when I grow up. Because I felt like what I was doing, I was, like, again, grateful that I had the job and was still progressing well, but I wasn't really passionate about what I was doing. And so just to put it out there, I was formerly a bank examiner. So I worked, bank regulator. And nobody really grows up saying I want to be a bank regulator when I grow up, right? So,
Right.
So I mean, it wasn't that I was like super passionate about regulating banks and being a bank examiner. And I guess looking back now, I think even then I felt like there was something else. But a lot of times we just kind of pushed that down. I didn't know what it was, and it just kind of like whatever, I'll figure it out later. And then, like I said, I just got to a place. And actually, what the triggering point for me was actually performance review, where I had put in a really good year of work and was looking to have a raise that reflected that, and was unfortunately or maybe fortunately disappointed with the raise. And I just did not like the way that felt to have somebody put limitations on me and what they thought I should earn. And that was really the first time that my eyes opened to something like, oh, there is something different for me. And even thinking about entrepreneurship, because I had never really thought about that before.
I mean, there's so much to unpack here. Okay. So as Black women, right, that have been taught, like, in the community, when you go to college, when you get a good job, especially working for the government, my grandmother would have, like,
Federal government girl.
like, that was like, you have made it.
I
You
had
do
made
your
it.
40 years, pension, all of that. And you know, for you to kind of go in that capacity, because that's what we're taught.
Yep.
And then to say, you know what, not only am I going to switch because I don't like someone holding my financial purse strings in a sense, but I'm going to then jump into entrepreneurship, you know? So it's like you have this success, like not for nothing. I always say, if you are working corporate and you want to get into the entrepreneurial space, that's all good. But use that money, like use somebody else's money,
Oh,
right? To build your dream. Like there's nothing wrong with that. So for you to say, okay, I have this success that I know is kind of consistent, right? Like if I show up, even without the raises and everything, it's a consistent check.
yeah.
But I want to go from that into this land of entrepreneurship. So please talk to us about like that money story when you were going from corporate into entrepreneurship.
Yes. So it was a lot of mindset work. So when the whole thing with the promotion happened, that was actually not promotion, with the raise, the performance review, when that happened, that was like late 2016. It wasn't until almost a year later that I actually, discovered financial coaching and decided, oh, okay, this is what I want to do, and knew that I wanted to build a coaching, financial coaching business. And so from, late 2017, I didn't quit my job till January 2022. So you could see that it wasn't like an immediate leap, to just, oh, I'm just going to quit all of a sudden. It was like, and part of that was one, financially preparing to take the leap. But even more than that, for me personally, and I think for probably a lot of people, is the mindset shifts that you need to make to give up the good government job, to break through the conditioning of saying this is what success is supposed to look like, to feel like, to go into the uncertainty of entrepreneurship, to also, there was a part of me that felt like, like I had made it, like, so here I am in this federal government job making six figures, like I should just be grateful. Like I should just be grateful. Who am I to want something else besides this? This is what I was working towards to getting. This is what people want to have. And here I am saying I want something a little different. And what I had to realize is that you can be grateful and still desire something else or something more, right? So like I had to shift my mindset about that, of saying that, no, I am absolutely grateful for this job and for even this career path that I've had. And it's okay for me to still want to do something else.
Listen, I can't, like, I'm literally like mind blown right now because, say that it's okay to be appreciative of where you are and still desire more. That doesn't mean you're not grateful. You know what I mean? And like having that, I think that too was like generational, where it's like, be happy for what you have. You better be grateful because even that'll get taken away. And it's like this place of fear and lack when it comes to your money and stepping out, and also understanding like what success looks like for you, because it looks different for everybody. For me, it's 9 figures. For someone else, it may be a touch under 6 figures. You know what I mean? So just having that understanding, and also the grace for you to go from 2017 to 2022 and doing what you needed to do, which we know that's that part of that one line. So I'm listening to you, and with you having that one line of like needing the knowledge, the wisdom to feel comfortable making that next step, but also the explorer archetype of your third line. So Chianti, I guess this is a great point to say that she is a 1-3 profile, okay, and a mental projector. And so for her, it's like I actually did Chianti's reading, and it was a blast. Like we had so much fun. And we actually, like, there's so much to go into. So let me back up a minute. So as a mental projector, the first thing, and with this 1-3 was like, do not go down the rabbit hole of HD. Okay, like let me, right? Did I not? I was like, listen,
You told me that, yes. Don't start researching.
Yes. It's the one, it's the knowing, right? And I was like, but just take what I am giving you because it's consolidated, apply it, and then get that foundation and see what resonates and then go in because you're a natural learner. So it's almost like now understanding, like giving yourself a deadline, say for instance, to say, okay, I'm going to learn this thing and then I'm going to implement, or, whatever that looks like for you. So speaking of your design, and after we did our reading, because I'm going to tell you, y'all, like when I first met Chianti and we were talking and I was like, I do this human design, da, da, da. And she was kind of like, what is that? Like, explain it. Like, it was not something where it was like, so I was like, okay, let me explain, because, I feel as though every female entrepreneur should at least know their human design so you can see how to implement it and really have an unfair advantage in your business and see how you can energetically create success, how you were designed energetically to succeed in your business and in your purpose, and using your business to push your purpose. So back to the whole, like, what is that? Like, it was very practical. And again, I understand now that was that one line coming through of like, I need more information. Like, I get what you're saying and that it'll change my life, but like, I need more information. I need to get to that point. So I'd love to hear from you, like, what were some of the things that really resonated when we went through your chart?
Yeah, so I have my chart with me. I'm still getting familiar with it, but really, I'll just say this kind of overall, there were definitely aspects of it that were validating for me, right? Where, well, and not just that, but validating that the direction that I'm moving and I have been moving is in alignment, right? Like this wanting to go this direction, leaving the stable, very secure job to, venture into entrepreneurship, to become a coach, right? I mean, you told me that was like, that's actually right in alignment with, your human design. And so when you have a big change or make a big leap, even if you feel confident in it or like feel like it's right, there's still part of you that questions whether that's right. And so like this having a human design that was in alignment with that was again like validating, like, okay, and reassuring that you're moving in the right way. You might not have it all figured out yet, but keep moving this way. So one thing that stood out to me was when it says that you are here to guide, manage, and direct other people to help them live in alignment and fulfill their purpose. And when I think about what I do as a financial coach, for me personally, one of the reasons why I want to work with women is I want to help them use their money to do exactly that, live more in alignment with who they're supposed to be. Like, I don't want money being a barrier to them having the impact in this world that they're supposed to have. And I know for a lot of people, money is a barrier. Money is the reason why they stay stuck in a certain situation that they don't feel like they should be in or want to be in anymore. And so I think part of my purpose in being a financial coach, supporting women, is to give them that freedom and flexibility to find, redefine success for themselves and to live the life that they feel like they should be living. So that was very, that resonated with me very, very much so. And which ties into my purpose, I guess it was. Let me go to that page where my life purpose was to redefine who you are and what business looks like for you, to move past all societal norms and that you don't resonate with. And I felt like with me taking the leap from my job, especially that good government job, that's exactly what I felt like the path I was charting, of kind of like really reevaluating for myself, what do I want to do? I don't want to live small and be safe in just that space. And if that might be uncomfortable, but I also knew that me doing this and taking the leap and sharing that would be an example for other people and other women who felt that same way. Like a lot of times we need to see somebody do something first to give us the courage to do it. And particularly someone that looks like us, right? So that's what I knew, that I was being an example of that.
Listen, so as a sacral 4-6 generator here, my sacral, guys, is literally like my whole body. I have chills. Like, I'm just listening. I am so lit up by this. We just had this reading. And so for her to already connect the dots in this way with her design, just like, it's beyond fulfillment for me. And, I remember when I was telling Chianti, like, as a projector, you ideally are working 2 to 4 hours a day. And her face was like,
I'm still working on that one, Tierra.
Yeah, right. You know what I mean? And I'm like, no, I'm telling you, more efficient in 2 to 4 hours than I could be in 8 hours lit up in my passion. Having the generator energy, life force energy to work in my passion, yes. But at the same time, my projectors, when I tell you, y'all different, okay? It is like the efficiency, the productivity, and then being able to just be in alignment and say, okay, I am reinventing what this whole scope of entrepreneurship looks like for me. And then what I also loved is like your pearl, okay? So I have your chart here. Your pearl was a 9.4, I think. Let me see. Yes. 9 gate, fourth line. And, again, that goes into like this whole money flow through collaborations. So that is literally how Chianti brings success and that money energy and flow and alignment in her business is through collaborations. And I'm like, of course, you're a freaking coach. You know what I mean? We met through networking, and with that fourth line, it's like, it like going through her chart and all of my clients' charts, it's like such an of course moment, like of course, especially when I know what they do and things of that nature. And even having that gate 39 in your root center, like the guide, you literally are here to guide people on so many different layers, like in so many centers that kept coming up, even, in your life purpose, like you are like, when you know something, you can't unknow it. It's like
Yeah.
you couldn't guide people if you tried not to. Like you could not be a guide.
I could not be a guide,
You
huh?
could not be a guide, a coach, that mentor, that leader that people look to because of what you project onto others. And it's just like so powerful to see what I can see from the outside mirrored and reflected with someone's human design as it was with Chianti. And what I also love is that we have that same storyteller channel,
Mhm.
the
Oh,
1156 from your ajna into your throat. And it's like, you all listening, you hear the power in her throat. You know what I mean? You hear the power in her
out
voice.
throat. Okay.
Yes. But having that defined throat center that you have and that same channel that you and I have, even though we're different aura types, I'm a generator, you're a projector, but we have that same channel. So for us as coaches and entrepreneurs, we magnetize clients to us when we, in that channel, that 1156, when we can really speak our wisdom, and have a stance on something from the ajna, because you're also defining your ajna. I'm also defining my ajna, which is like your point of view, your perspective, and all of that. So it's like, okay, no, we feel how we feel about money. Like you're not shifting us. I don't care what happens. You're not shifting our perspective when it comes to money, Chianti and I. And then we're going to speak that out through that defined throat. It's specifically in that 1156 channel. You know what I mean? By telling the stories, like you just captivated me, and I'm sure the audience that will be watching this with this whole story of, moving through corporate and those money stories that you were carrying and jumping into. And it's just blows my mind. Blows my mind. It really
Girl, yes. I'm embracing it all, like embracing it all.
yes.
I'm
Well,
still trying to embrace that 2 to 4 hours. Like, I don't know. I don't know if it's conditioning or what, but my mind's like, what you talking about?
yeah, it
On it.
is. And that's the thing about it, is understanding that at the end of the day, um, we've spent decades in one type of mindset. And then you're always going to have, like, you have seconds for your soul, your intuition, your innate, energy to guide you. And it's always right. But after a few seconds, and this is even, with me as a human design coach, like after a few seconds, the mind is going to kick in because it's coming from this place of like love, concern, safety,
Protection.
survival. So it's
Yeah.
like, wait a minute, what do you think? What are you doing? Entrepreneurship, you know what I mean? Like, what are you thinking about, taking on more clients or speaking, or like whatever that looks like, coming from a place of love. But it's like your energetic design already gave you that, you know what I mean? Because you don't have what's defined as an inner authority, being a mental projector, but you have like genius, divine guidance, always, always. It's like a quiet
I'll
no.
take that. I'll take
Yeah.
that all the time. Yes.
Yeah, it's a quiet
Genius
knowing.
guidance. I love it.
Yes, you know what I mean? And it's like
Yeah.
also as a projector, now knowing those key factors as far as being in alignment, being out of alignment, like where am I feeling, lit up, right? Where am I feeling bitter? Because those are quick indicators for you, like, okay, I am out of alignment because I'm feeling bitter because I didn't wait for that recognition or invitation. So you see, everyone watching, I started off with the recognition. Like, come on and share your expertise. It's valid, it's needed. So that you see, she like literally lit up, got her notes, just was speaking from this place, right? As opposed to speaking the same knowledge had I not, kind of shone light on that brilliance that she has, that Chianti has. And then if I kind of like skirted past like these jewels and wisdom, then she would have been like, wait a minute, like I'm feeling away right now. This
Did
is
you hear what I just said? No,
not good. What's going on in my mouth? So, but so discerning that, and then also from that place of success, like when I'm in those moments of success, and what that was something else we talked about during the reading was like, not the massive success, right? That counts too, but talking about those minute by minute, hour by hour, daily success
Everyday
moments
yeah.
to say, oh, this is alignment. So having that understanding now.
Yeah. And I was sharing with you, like, that is something that I, being in entrepreneurship now, the road can be tough sometimes. And so like really taking time to recognize every win and every success is something that I was saying that I needed to do more of. And it turns out that that's right in alignment with what I should really be doing anyway. That'll make me feel lit up. Is like those everyday moments of even the little things are part of success as well.
Oh, I love that. I am just beyond so excited and happy. And I just thank you for coming on and sharing, your story and the vulnerabilities and those money mindset shifts. I just feel like it's time for us to have these real, raw conversations around money, especially at those higher levels of success, because, when you are in your six figures, seven figures, okay, or even just whatever semblance of success you have in your life, those limiting beliefs, oh, trust me, they're going to kick up. Okay, they're going to come even harder. But a lot of us, I know, me especially, like, I thought, well, when I hit the seven figures, all my worries are going to go away, not just my money worries, but anything that I didn't feel validated in, and that it actually was the flip of that. Okay, so it's like having that understanding and then being able to come back to this newfound information around human design and say like, okay, I am created to be successful, like literally designed. And when I'm in flow and in alignment, it's inevitable. It's like it can't not happen. It's like turning the light switch on. It's going to happen when you're in flow. It's just when we fight against that flow in our design that, we bring in that hustle mentality and burnout, and especially you as a projector, especially with that projector
I
energy.
need to rest more. I gotta incorporate rest, right? So you tell me, which is good. I feel like I've been wanting to rest more. And so that's, look, validation again, like, all right, like Tierra told me to rest. I'm
Yes,
gonna take this nap.
yep. And then also just working more on your passions, like shifting from, okay, I did 2 to 4 hours in my business, great. And I know I got a lot done. It's not even a question. I know I got a lot done. Now I can spend the rest of the day doing things that light me up, whether that's just going for a walk, like turning on music, whatever that looks like, a nap. But whatever is lighting you up in that moment, like replenishing that energetic source, and then, hit it hard the next day. So just, again, reinventing what entrepreneurship looks like for you, because it's going to inspire others.
Love that.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And I love you. I'm just so elated about this conversation. I thank you, thank you, thank you again. Please let everyone know, and I'll have it in the show notes as well, but please let everyone know where to contact you when they are ready to get some financial coaching in their life.
Yep. So you can follow me for money tips, inspiration videos on Instagram at Dollars and Change Coach, and you can visit my website, www.dollarsandchange.com, to have some free downloads on there. And also, if you want to talk with me one-on-one, schedule a free consultation to talk about how we can possibly work together and I can support you.
And she's the bomb. She is the bomb. So, in regards to those of you who know some other powerhouse women who are slightly familiar with their human design, or if they're wanting to explore their human design for money and business, please send them my way, have them reach out. You can email hi@thebravewaytribe.com or press PRESS@thebravewaytribe.com. You can find me on Instagram at The Brave Way, LinkedIn, Tierra Womack MBA, all the places. But I just am so excited to continue these conversations. So if you know of anyone, please share this episode with other women that you know will be inspired by Chianti today, as I was so inspired. And I just thank you again. Everyone listening in. Yes. And everyone listening in, be well, be wealthy. Thank you again, Chianti.
Thanks.